Hello beautiful people, it's Darren here from Art by Darren. Let's paint some watercolor. Okay, today we're going to start off with a mountain scene from Italy. This is in the Piedmont region, kind of to the west in Italy. I've been thinking about the last few days a picture by J.W.Turner. It's called The Blue Riggy. And I really like the way that here's the picture now, I really like the way that he had that kind of misty mountain feeling. And I sat and thought about it for a while and thought, how did he do that? So here is my attempt at something like that. I'm starting off with some Naples yellow and going into some sap green for the lower hills. And adding a little bit of burnt sienna in the front there. These are kind of a little heather in the front, and I've just darkened that sap green with a little bit of ultramarine blue, adding some wisteria to the mountains. Now you can see here my sky was still pretty wet. If you do that and it runs, see how I put that little bit of yellow around? If you put another colour next to where it's running, it'll stop the run. But just make sure that you paint it out into the sky so it doesn't form a big line. Now here I'm adding cobalt blue and the wisteria, also a little bit of ultramarine blue. I think I even added a little bit touch of indigo just to get this really dark, because what I'm going to do very soon is to paint white gouache over the top of everything. So here the sun is actually coming from the right side quite low. So there are a little bit of white highlights on those edges of the mountains. But here I've made a loose wash and just painted it over everything. In retrospect, I would probably not put it over the foothills and just done the mountain and the sky. And you can see here as well, I drew it quite heavily with my pencil so that you could see it. But it's left that line there, and you wouldn't have that. So what I suggest though is when you draw with pencil, make sure you do it lightly, and if you've got too much lead on there, use a kneadable eraser to take some of that lead off. It's just like it's a kneadable, it's a squishy eraser that you can kind of bend in all different ways to get a clean spot, and then just take off extra graphite. So here I've added just a little house, just to give some perspective to the height of the mountains. Because before that point you don't really think that they're that big, but then when you've got a tiny little house there, oh wow, they're really big. And I've decided to add a little bit of wisteria down the front there as well, just to bring harmony to the picture. I should have added it when I added it in the first place, but I didn't, so I'm doing it now. Adding those white highlights back in, stuffing up my house here. Forgot to put the windows back in, I noticed when I rewatched this, so I should probably do that. Yeah, but anyway, adding some more warm to the front. That warm colours will bring those items forward. So adding a bit more burnt sienna. And here is a mountain moment in Italy. I hope you enjoyed that little sketch today. And I had fun trying to work out how Turner painted his painting. For me in the future, when I think I'll do this one again without that dark line of graphite there, of course, and possibly going a bit darker with my mountain colours before I put the white gouache over the top. If you enjoyed that sketch today, please like, share, comment, tell me what you thought, and I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye for now.